Shohei, brilliant once again, did more than enough to give his team an opportunity to win this one, and we'll break down the strikeouts and all of that and where he stands with Nolan Ryan. But a tough one. He was certainly in line for that 10th victory of the season.
He did. I mean, he's done everything you could ask for as a starting pitcher. I mean, this guy goes out there, competes, he battles, he does so many things on the mound that really should encourage a team to go out there and, just create something. But again, the offense just really comes up flat, nothing really going for him. And boy, more strikeouts looking with men on base. I mean, that's just the story right there. You just hope with a guy like Ohtani, you could go out there and score a few runs for him, because he's definitely doing everything he can when he's on the mound.
Yeah, he was certainly willing the Halos to hopefully come back and get a win in this one, especially when you look at the way that he started the game, right? You had the 3 singles loading the bases, then gets the 3 strikeouts to limit the damage in that inning. But once again, we're talking about Shohei's strikeouts because it was the 6th consecutive game for Shohei with 10 or more. He had 11 tonight.
I thought it was impressive in the first, and I think it was the first and the third inning, or first and the fourth inning. He ended up striking out the side, and that was after in both innings he was kind of roughed up a little bit. That first inning, he put 3 men on base, couldn't put away hitters, made some 2-strike pitches that were not great quality pitches, and he had the bases low, but he came back and struck out the side in that inning. And I mean, that just shows you what this guy has in his heart. I mean, he has a way to bear down, find that next level. First inning, it's very tough to do, but he's been able to do that. There again in the 4th inning, he gave up the home run to Nathaniel Lau, and then, 3 strikeouts in a row coming after that. So again, this is the kind of guy that, he wants to go out there and kind of, pitch his game, and when there's not a lot of traffic. But when he does get in trouble, he has the way of going out there and just really bearing down and putting guys away. So 11 strikeouts, 10 of them by slider, 1 by the splitter. Well, actually, they counted 8 and 3. Depends on which stat here. I was counting. I counted 10, but I'll go with that one because I believe
he had.
Absolutely. I saw a few split finger strikeouts right there, but these stat casts, it just depends on who you're following. So
yeah, well, he had both of his pitches working as far as the strikeouts were concerned. We were talking about the splitter and the slider coming in, and that's where he got his strikeouts.
Yeah, he was in the first inning. It's very difficult. I played behind Chuck Finley, who boy, if you're going to get him, you better get him in that first inning before he could dial in his stuff. And that's what happened to Shohei in that first inning with those runners getting on base with those little singles. I mean, he was ahead in the count in every situation and just didn't quite make that quality strike 3 pitch. But then he bared down and found that next level. And that slider is ridiculous. And he's been throwing that splitting more, although I thought there was a pitch or two that I saw they had some pretty good swing. He let that splitter up a couple times, but generally speaking, it was nails. It was lights out again tonight.
Yeah, for whatever reason, the Rangers do have a tendency to get to Shohei. We saw that earlier this season. Back in April, it was a Jonah Heim grand slam off of him, and you thought, oh no, it's the first inning. Yeah. It's Shohei, though. He's going to dance and get out of this trouble, and that's exactly what he was able to do. He kind of notches it up a notch when he's got an opportunity to get out of these jams. This was the first inning we're talking about. Just an unfortunate miscue there.
Yeah, and that was a base hit. They gave him a base hit, but again, Fletcher, first game back, you knew it was going to come to him. Again, that just goes to show that innocuous little single, you don't think much of it, but he gets an inning going, and for somebody like Shohei, maybe he just, he just had to find another level, and he was able to go out there and do it and get that slider working. I thought it was interesting playing against the Rangers. He's had struggles, and that very easily, and most, I would say probably 95% of players going out there with bases loaded like that to start the game, you might start thinking, oh, here we go again. But Shohei, I thought that was a great job of getting out of that and then going as deep as he did. He had something like 45 pitches going into the 3rd inning. I was talking to Trent Rush thinking, boy, it's going to be tough for him to, go deep in this game, but he did a great job of economizing his pitches. Considering all the strikeouts he had, he did a great job, because typically your high strikeout guys are going to have high pitch counts, but he was able to go 6 innings, again, doing everything he could do for this Angel team, kept them in the game. Boy, 2 runs, you'd think that's enough for an offense to, go out there and scratch a few across, but the Angels offense couldn't do it.
I know, Chris.